Okay. We are going to get started with the Criminal Justice Coordinating Council. This is August 12th, and it is 12:02 p.m. Can we get a roll call, please?
Julia Lyons.
Here.
Judge Smith. Judge Smith, I think she's excused, but I have to check my email. Dave Dixon.
Here.
Mike Markran.
Here.
Mike Weller is excused, and Chief Deo is going to sit in for him. Lorraine Gouget. Doug Marotek.
Here.
Bruce Poquette. Here. Katie Ballinger. She's
I'm
virtual.
here.
Okay.
Judge Yackel. Mark Helwig.
Yes.
Judge Isham. Oh, hi. Marshall Savitsky.
Here.
Kathy McCoy. Bill Trepanier. Amanda Locker is excused, and you have a quorum.
Okay, let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, can we get a certification of compliance with the open meetings law?
This meeting was noticed to the media and public as required by Section 19.84 of the Wisconsin statutes.
Okay, you have the meeting agenda in front of you. Are there any changes? I have one change, which is just that we will, we're going to put off the truancy and diversion report till next month, being that one of our staff is unable to join us last minute. So otherwise,
May I ask a question? There's a phone number online, and we've had problems recently with hackers in the waiting room doing things that we don't want to see here.
Okay.
I don't know who that number is. Okay. What should we do in the future if we see numbers that we don't recognize in there? Before we just admit them and then they take over a meeting with video? That
oh, is that
happened.
what
Yeah.
it's doing?
This one is Marshall, but if I don't know the number, I don't know if we should try.
Maybe we should just do what we did today, pause and
Okay,
ask.
I'm sorry, Dan.
Okay, moving forward, any public comments? Not seeing any. We'll move on to the approval of the minutes from July 8th.
I will make that motion.
Okay, we have a first and a second. Any discussion? All in favor? Motion carries. We are moving on to the CJCC Executive Committee. We were unable to meet, so hopefully we'll be able to have a report for you the following month. Jail report?
Thank you. July 2026 jail report, average daily population was 69, 13 females and 56 males. Average probation incarceration was 40. Average pre-sentence incarceration was 22. Average sentenced incarceration was 7. We have 2 currently on monitor. The total population is 69, and the unemployment rate at time of booking, 67%.
And you can see the rest of the report. Does anybody have any questions or discussion? Okay, hearing none, let's move over to Justice Point.
I'll start with stats as usual. So the month of July pretrial, we had 101 active, 12 successful completions, 1 unsuccessful completion, and 18 referrals. Diversion, 10 active, 0 successful completions, 1 unsuccessful completion, and 6 referrals. And treatment court, 3 active, 1 unsuccessful. Is there any questions about stats? Okay. I feel like we have a lot of updates, which I feel like that every month. So Deflection National Night Out was last Tuesday, was super successful, and our staff, as always, went above and beyond. I was not there for it, so they did it all on their own, but we had over 200 contacts, which is huge. They did face painting for kids because we really realized in years past that we really have to kind of cater to that child base. So that was successful. And we also did a coloring contest. So that was very well received. So the application for R Corp still pending. We haven't heard anything. I was told that because it's supposed to start the term September 1st, that, and they're so far behind that we may not hear by then. So what may happen is we'll hear after, and if we're awarded, it'll either go retroactive, or they'll start us out like December 1st or January 1st, whatever they decide. The power is in their hands. So, but I will keep everybody posted if we hear anything. Outreach continues to be a major focus for deflection, even though we don't have any funding. We're still functioning on community donations, which is huge. So the ongoing ones are Tuesdays at Snap Fitness, or every other Tuesday at Snap Fitness. And bingo runs they're the fourth Tuesday. The fourth Tuesday. We had a hiccup in June because there was 5 weeks, but it's always the fourth Tuesday. And I previously sent out those flyers, so if anybody needs any, we can continue to send them out. But one update is that we had highway cleanup scheduled for August 19th. We had to cancel that due to the road construction. So I will keep everybody posted as to when that gets rescheduled. TAD, we did the pre-app in June. Still waiting to hear on pre-app submission. I would assume that we're going to be funded for what we ask, only because we've been functioning at the same budget for the last 4 years. So I would hope at this point they'll give us an increase, which we've asked for the last 3 years. And we have submitted a ton of data to support what we're working on. All Rise was in July. We sent 5 team members. And after I'm done, if there's any questions, I had sent out, or Liz sent out the All Rise notes from Rebecca was one of the attendees. So if anybody has any questions, I'll let her answer those. I was not there, so I can't answer. I already updated you on the professional visitor lunch, which was, also very well received. We got some thank you letters, which was nice too. And then current programs. Does anybody have any questions? All right, do you have questions for Rebecca about All Rise? I think it's really important for us as a team to focus on the recommendations that we were given for the site visit. And I've sent that out multiple times, but also the follow-up trainings that they got, like at All Rise, very much coincide with those recommendations. So for us to continue receiving support, we have to adhere to those recommendations or show that we have intent to.
So I think we have a request. Rebecca, you want to just go over the highlights of the conference that you kind of did, just because we're not going to be able to follow that closely, and I'm not sure that everybody had a chance to read through it. I know I did not, because I've been traveling a lot, so.
It's okay. One of the key takeaways that I had was we should really focus on goals of the participants. We got to let them drive the car, make their own goals. So in the future, they can really make those choices, and hopefully good choices, on their own. So less focus goes into how many sober days they have, more focus goes into the goals that they set for themselves. Another key takeaway that I got was basic needs need to be met before they are able to start working towards those goals. So we're going to be working with them a lot more to make sure that they don't have food insecurities, housing insecurities, things such as that. So they're able to focus more on sober goals. Any other questions?
Oh, I think that really, you can go ahead, Kathy.
To interesting show the other day, and it was kind of like, what comes first, homelessness or addiction? So if you're homeless, wouldn't you want to medicate yourself if you're living out on the street? Or if your addiction is first, then maybe that makes you homeless. But it's kind of one of those things, I tended to think addiction was always first, but maybe it's not always first. Maybe it's sometimes the other way around. So kind of ties in with what you're saying.
Another important piece is employment too. Making sure that they're gainfully employed by the time they leave the program, where I don't think that was a lot of the focus before. So we're going to be looking into the community to see about jobs and different things, and how that ties in with their lives and their own schedules and stuff too, so.
And my comment was going to be that ties really well with a lot of things that we're doing in the HHS world. When we think about our community health assessment plan, really looking towards those basic needs before we can really impact mental health or substance use. So that's going right along with our CHIP. And also, when we think about the CPS world, one of the big focuses is really getting those basic needs met for the family in order for them to focus on their family. Many times it's a job loss or, just not having those basic needs that then leads into child neglect and abuse. So I think all of that makes a lot of sense, and I can see us being able to really piggyback off of other programs as we move forward.
Yeah.
Great, thank you. We're doing a good job at getting you out on time, Marshall. Moving into Health and Human Services, I don't know that everybody is aware, but Sarah Anchowskis has put in her resignation, and her last day was last week officially. What we are doing is we had a CPS supervisor that has been contracted with since 2023. She's been working very closely with the programs, worked really closely with Sarah. What we're going to be doing is Susan will take the overlap, and we'll have her being the lead or as the supervisor at both programs. And then we are working with both of the teams right now to really develop what that structure looks like. So there won't be any gap in services, like we're going to continue with truancy and diversion, and we're not planning on changing any of the progress that's gone through. Melinda is already going to be taking over all of those grants that Sarah was in charge of. So we'll probably have a few blips along the way. We're not going to say that we know everything about YJ, but I think the team is a strong team to work together to keep moving forward. So lots of confidence there. But we do, Melinda was going to come and do the truancy and diversion update for us today, but she ended up having to take a youth last minute. So obviously that trumps our meeting today. And then you can see the community support behavioral health report and the public health report. I don't think there's anything significant going on in any of those areas that's been different. You may see it, at least from the reports, but we've had a lot of crisis calls and quite a bit happening over this last month or so, trying to do more settlements, so we're not in court quite as much with these, and we've been able to get that, but definitely seeing an uptick in the mental health reports and crisis going up. So we've had a few referrals into CCS. I think we're getting on the rhythm now. One of the things that we're just struggling with is that some of the people that really could use CCS services already have full insurance, and it's very, like, how do we support them? And I'm thinking we need to think of other ways to be able to support them, because we're being asked by their therapist, like, what else can you do? And so maybe we have a little gap in that area that we're going to have to look at. But I think that kind of covers it for what I have for updates on HHS, unless anybody has any questions. Okay, moving on to community services updates. Dave, what happened with your trip you guys had to cut your Boundary Waters trip short, didn't you? You didn't? You made it the whole time? Wow. Can you pop on your speaker, microphone? It's the little person with the face. Red has to come on. There.
Testing 1, 2. Yeah. Our boundary trips went very well. We took 9 with us. We went up, didn't have any smoke actually even. We were quite a bit east of the fires. Most of the fires are on the west side of the Boundary Waters.
Oh, great.
We came out Sunday, I believe, and then they closed it on Tuesday.
Oh, that's when the evacuation,
So
okay.
we were, and they closed it, they didn't need to close the east side really, but they did. And then now I've been back twice since it's been open already. And it's fine, so.
Great.
Just on the west side is bad. But our trip went very well. It was kids had a great time. Started building some good relationships with the kids. They learn to trust you when they've never been someplace before and you take them there, so. Which is a big part of what we do, so. Yeah, very happy with the trip. The kids really bought in and did well. And we're supposed to take the girls up next week. We have, most of our girls in our program don't want to go. They don't want to leave their curling iron, their warm shower, and their phones. So we only have 2 girls that are interested in going, so we're looking at probably changing that. But we do have a big trip coming up in September. We're taking 18 up to the ice caves, up to the sea caves up in Bayfield. We're going to camp up there for the weekend and go out and sea kayak with the kids out in the sea caves, I guess they call them there. So that's our next big trip coming up, which we're pretty excited about. So. And if anyone is interested, we are looking for sponsors for it. So I think we're taking 18. We have 10 sponsors we're still looking for. And it's costs $90. The people that run it are actually good friends of mine, and they're giving us a normal day trip costs $90. They're giving it to us for $70. And so it's a really good bargain, but we're charging some money for the overnight and the food and everything else, so. And if our kids are in our program and they can't afford to go, obviously we pay for them to go. So we don't require our kids to pay at all, but excited for that, kind of our kickoff. We're going on 9/11, so the Friday the 11th of September, so,
Okay,
and for the weekend, so.
great.
Yeah, so that's kind of our update on what's going on. We've had a really good summer. There's not much else going on, so we've had some new kids, and today we're going out to the Flowage to do some tubing and water skiing. And then next week, we're taking them down to Christie Mountain to do some rock climbing. And then the next week, I think we're on Round Lake at somebody's house doing a campfire and skiing, paddleboarding and everything else. So got a good end of the summer coming up.
Nice.
We've been busy. It's been a very productive summer for us, so.
What was the longest portage you had in the Boundary Waters?
No, we didn't take very long, personally or our group?
Like your group?
Our group,
Aren't they counted in rods? Don't they call it rods?
they are
Like
rods,
the length of a canoe is a
17 and a
rod?
half feet, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we didn't take any very difficult ones with the kids. We had a lot of beginners. One kid had never been in a canoe before, so. But our plan is next year is to take those kids on another trip that's going to be more difficult and maybe a longer duration. And then our newer kids will go on a beginning trip again, so. Not very difficult ones to start out with, but all the kids caught a fish, which was really cool.
That's good.
And some of them had never, we drove across the big bridge and one of the kids in the bus was are we in Minnesota? And I'm like, yeah. This is the first time I've ever been out of the state of Wisconsin. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So it's really different. And then we are faith-based and we did read the Bible. And one of the kids at the end said, I've never even saw a Bible before, or read
Yeah.
a Bible before. And I'm like, wow. So some new areas for the kids and some new things. And super excited about where we're going and what's going on. We are entering our new, we opened in September last year. The 17th was our first one. So we're coming up on a year and very happy where we're at as far as numbers. We are in the process now in August of finding our 12 donors. So we kind of go on a monthly basis. And last year we had 12 individuals that donated us $1,000. It cost last year cost us about $1,000 a month to run the house and do what we were doing. This year, because instead of 5 kids, we have 15, 17, 18, whatever we have. We're bumping that up to 1,500. So just to meet the needs of the kids and what we're doing and stuff. So if anyone's interested, we still got a few spots open if you want to be one of the 12. So.
I was just going to say about the library too, that they finished their summer reading program and they had approximately 422 participants.
Wow.
Which was almost 100 more than the previous year. So that was a big increase in lots of activity all summer there with programs and youth. And actually also the teens and tweens program is going really, really well. They keep increasing their numbers, just like Dave's groups are
Yeah,
increasing their
the
numbers.
kids don't have access or stuff to do in the summer.
They have to, right? And so
Yeah.
it was really phenomenal what
Yeah.
the summer programming this year and the increase in numbers that we did see, so. And I did want to remind everybody too that the Jekyll Sheehan ALS Walk is on August 22nd. That's not this Saturday, but the next Saturday. I don't know if people knew John Jekyll. I know Dave knew John. He called me actually on the anniversary and told me it had been 16 years ago that day that he had been diagnosed with ALS. And he could remember it because he was teaching Vacation Bible School of
Yeah.
all things. So anyway, but that walk is on the 22nd and their hope is to raise $60,000. So if anybody wants to come participate or just have breakfast or there's a silent auction, that would be great. It's kind of a nice community event. And it's for the Wisconsin chapter, so all the money stays in Wisconsin. So like if you can't afford a motorized wheelchair, they will buy one for you. And then if there's extra money, then it always goes to research. So encourage everybody to come out. Should be a great event. What time is it? It starts at 9 o'clock. We're just at the First Lutheran Church. And I'm cooking breakfast.
Any other community updates?
I'm meeting with a guy tomorrow at noon. His name is Steve Nagloski. He used to run the day
Oh.
journey.
Yep.
Okay, that's closed.
That's
but
officially
He is
closed.
going to be doing some parent meetings, I believe, coming up. And I'm going to meet with him tomorrow. And he asked me to hook him in with some people here that would refer people to it or whatever and
Okay.
stuff. So this next month, I'll probably have more information on
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Or maybe give some of your names out to him. I know he's wants to meet with the area pastors as far as getting referrals of people in need from the churches and stuff, so.
Okay. Jess, did you want to do your update on the walk coming up? I think, is she still on? Oh. I don't remember the, I gotta go back, she's not on. Or she's not hearing me. The walk,
Julia, oh, I'm here, I'm sorry.
there, do you want to talk about walk for tomorrow? Because I think that's
Yes.
happening before our, oh, maybe not, maybe it's happening right after our next meeting, but
Yes, no, not a problem, sorry, gotta love technology. So yes, we have, and I don't have the flyer in front of me, I had it earlier, I apologize. We've got the walk for tomorrow coming up. This will be our third year that it's very specific to our community. You will hear of other walks throughout the nation and in the state, but it's very much to bring awareness and bring support to the community around mental health, suicide prevention. Because as you guys know from today's meeting too, is those numbers just do not go down. I can say, because we were looking at numbers today, for our county, in Sawyer County, our suicide numbers have come down in the last 3 years, which is really wonderful to see. But we still have a lot of suicidal ideation, unfortunately, still occurring. So, but this walk, there's 2 walks, one in Hayward, and they are in September. Julia, I'm trying to bring them up.
I have it up.
You have the
It's
dates?
September 18th, 4 to 5:30 at the Hayward Track.
Yes.
And then September 19th at 5 PM at the Winter School.
Yes. So, and it's a free walk. It's family centered, no registration. It's more just to come out, be surrounded by family and friends, to show that support. You talk to anybody, everybody has either been affected by somebody very close to them that they've lost to suicide, or they know somebody. So it's really grown. The support has been there. There's t-shirts available for sale, and all proceeds from the walk, if people want to donate or buy a t-shirt, goes back to LCO Winter and Hayward High School for the schools to use for mental health items within their school. This is a really, with this walk, the schools are very much, it's a collaborative with them. The Hayward walk, because Hayward's football team and LCO's football team is collaborative. It's right before their big football team. And then Winter, it's surrounded by a big, usually around a big volleyball tournament they have occurred. So it really brings family together at that time as well. But it's really, fingers crossed, weather's really nice for it too.
Thanks, Jess.
Thank you.
Any other updates?
Jess, what was that second date for winter?
The 19th,
The 19th. So
Yes.
September 18th and 19th?
18th and 19th, yep, right.
And then, can I jump in just real quick? The 19th of August, the drug trend, community awareness, I don't know if anybody mentioned it.
No, yeah,
And
nope.
then the sex trafficking community event to be held at LCO Casino from 1 to 4. Community's welcome. Anybody who would like to come and hear the speakers and be a part of that, that'd be nice.
I've heard that's been really successful in the past.
And then I want to thank everybody who made it to the National Night Out for the Boys and Girls Club, which all of you who were able to attend. That was for the whole community also. And for that suicide walk that's coming up, I had so many things going on and I wanted to help contribute from the tribe on what we could do. Let me know if there's anything we can still help with.
Julie emailed you, so look
Oh,
for
she
an
did?
email
Okay.
from Julie McCallum.
Okay, thank you.
Any other updates? Any outside committee updates? Okay, correspondence from, or reports from conferences and meetings. Jess and I attended the Wisconsin Substance Use Summit, and that was in Green Bay. It's the first year that they actually held the summit. It was, they used to have like 3 different conferences. Some were based on peer recovery, some was just substance use, and I can't remember what the other one it was, but they combined all 3. It was a very well-attended conference. It was done both in person and virtual. Jess and I have not been able to connect yet since we went and come back, but we'll bring back some interesting things. One of the things I did attend was on MOUD or MAT in Carseal settings. And not that we haven't been to a bunch of different things, but I was interested from the state perspective and how the state prisons are moving into that. So, and what their lessons learned are. So I did attend that, didn't learn a whole lot, more confirmation on what we're doing and where we plan on going. And then there are just a few other things that once Jess and I meet, we'll be able to bring back to this committee. The nice thing about it is all of the sessions were videotaped or taped, and I guess that's old world, old language, but we're actually, once they get put out onto the web, we actually have free access to them. So there were some other ones that we wanted to attend that we couldn't, so we'll be able to go back to that. So hopefully that we can bring some good stuff back to us. Anything else from anybody? Okay, future agenda items. Besides bringing back, we'll continue to bring back the truancy diversion report and the Wisconsin substance use updates.
So what are we going to do about the designees? Are they, is that in our bylaws now?
You know what, we were going to.
So we could get that
Actually, we need to
done
put
so
that
we
on.
wouldn't- We would have permanent members like for Judge Yackel and people who don't attend.
So we need to have that as an agenda item so we can vote on that next time.
And then we have to have 3/4, right?
Oh, because we're changing, no, I don't know. Would we? It's part of the bylaws? They're here. Because we're just voting on,
But that was something that we had started to clean up in the executive
Yeah.
committee, because I think it wasn't, I thought we did pass that already.
we already passed that they could have a designee, but we wanted this committee to acknowledge who that
That it
is.
was a permanent
So,
designee, one person, right? But at this point, they still could have a designee, because I think we did change
Yes.
those bylaws.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know that we need 3/4 for making
Only
like.
if we're going to make some additional changes.
Changes, right. So I think we can, at the next meeting, identify, like,
If we can get,
you want so-and-so
So to
as
be
your
your designee.
designee, Judge Ackel wants so-and-so as his
that we
designee,
can
and
get
then
those
we can
people
just
on
all
board, right.
approve that,
Mhm.
yep.
yeah.
So we'll add that to good, thank you, add that as an agenda item. Okay. Where are we at? Any other future items? Okay, we don't have anything to finalize for business, and our next meeting date is September 9th at noon. Okay, we are adjourned. Thank you.